What is up, guys? It's KBC and I am back with yet another home decor and lifestyle video. So you guys know on this channel of mine, Stay Brittany Chanel, we do lifestyle videos, home decor, and so much more. So in today's video, like all the rest of the videos, we are going to be learning how to style, or I'm going to be showing you guys how to style your kitchen countertops. Yes, I know, a lot of people are like, do people really style? Yes. So if this is your first time in the home decor sphere, then yes, people do style their countertops, okay? So I'm going to be showing you guys in this video how to do that, showing you some tips and tricks that I use to style my countertops. So I hope you all enjoy. Like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video, and let's get started. Alright guys, so before we get started, I'm going to make myself a little refresher, just to have something, because it is summertime and you do want something to jumpstart the day. So if you guys haven't checked out my video where I've made Dunkin' at home before, go ahead and check that video out. So let me start by putting ice in the cups first. Like ice too much in my drinks, you guys, because I don't really like that feeling of that. So I'm going to get all my ingredients. Okay, so this is the Dunkin' that I used last time, guys. Definitely make sure you check that out. So I'm just going to put a little bit of mine. Same for the other cup. There we go. Now, if you guys haven't tried the Planet oatmeal creamer and caramel, or French vanilla, definitely check it out. I like it much better than actual milk, but I'm actually gonna mix mine. So. I'm gonna add a little French vanilla to mine, and then we're gonna add a little whipped cream. But before, I typically some people just coat their rim, or some people actually coat their whole glass. But I show you how to do it in the other video. And then I'm gonna add me a little whipped cream. There we go. More caramel. And there we go. So there is that. Now let's get to styling. While I enjoy this, let's get to styling the kitchen countertops. Okay, so first things first, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off with a clean slate like I've done here. You're basically wanting to clean your whole kitchen so that, it's a fresh slate. But also, we're gonna do subsections as far as decorating in the kitchen. So that's what we're doing first. Clean the kitchen, clean your countertops, and let's get it. All right, you guys, so we are at the small counter. Okay, so we're doing subsections. If you have a small countertop like this, people typically do stuff like coffee stations or tea stations. Mine in particular is the tea station. This is where I come to make my tea at night. And what I've done is I have a nice little tray here a nice little place to put my hot teacups here. Is stone, because I don't want to mess up my stone counter, my quartz countertops. So what I've done is, if I use my kettle, I'm getting tongue twisted explaining this. If I use my kettle and I come, you know, place hot water in my cup, I place it on here to make the tea, and then I have, like, you know, my canisters for different assortments of teas, and, you know, at night, chamomile or something like that to drink. And then right here is like the honey and things to add to it, honey, or you know, some people use sugar, honey, whatever way you want to flavor it. But that's what you want to do with a smaller, I feel, countertop like this, is a little station like this, maybe an electric tea kettle, or if you have like a Keurig that makes teas, you can put it on a little coffee station like this. And it's also like in close proximity to the fridge, so if I need to, you know, maybe get ice. Some people do iced lattes for coffee like I just did, or some people will do iced tea also. That would be good for this particular space. But I have it all corralled, like I said, on this beautiful like mango wood tray. And, you know, I've accessorized with what I actually need for this particular space, like, you know, small coffee cups or teacups, and then little teaspoons there to use. So it's stylish but yet functional, and it's also with accents of the things, the color scheme around my home. You see I have a lot of mustards and a lot of bumblebee and honey themed things, and that's, you know, the cutesy type of home decor that I've decided for my tea station, because a lot of people use tea, honey, and honey for the tea. That's one of the staples on my other channel, so that's what I've done here. Alright, you guys, so in this particular area, on this countertop, I like this area to remain clear. I don't really like a lot of things on this countertop here. I just feel like it gets to be a little cluttery. And then too, like, sometimes you want to leave, you know, space on your countertop, because there might be appliances that every now and again you want to bring out, and you need space to put them on the countertop. Or if you're cooking and you have a large family and multiple people want to be in the kitchen, this is now also a prep area where it's clear and everybody can have space. But this area right here is where I keep a lot of my cooking utensils as well. It's right underneath my spices. My spice cabinet is right here. And I keep my cutting boards, and I like these particular cutting boards because, you know, it's style, but I still can, you know, utilize them if I need to. I have like several different types of cutting boards, like the ones here on the counter, the one that this is actually on, because I don't really like, if I'm preparing food, I don't want it to stain my counters. But also, you know, to get a little nice ambiance, I have my Yankee Candle coconut bay candle warmer there. And this is a bunch of utensils, like my rolling pin, you know, for when I'm making empanadas and things like that. I've showed you guys that I've used that before. This is for milling things, salt and pepper shakers, and then little cute things. You want basically functional, right? So it's still my color scheme of my home, if you haven't noticed. The turquoise, the natural woods, like the Restoration Hardware, and then we have the pops of white and gold, because I like that clean yet glam look. If you notice that a lot of my cabinets darker in tone, similar to the other, you know, dining room back there, and then they have the gold pulls on it, you know, to pop everything. So if you notice, like in my kitchen, there's pops of gold, natural wood colors in here, and I brought that in this space. So I also added greenery, so that's an important element. I know a lot of people, you know, it's all about preference, like what type of, you know, if you want to add greenery, or some people, you get greenery from fruit. I've used fruit to obtain greenery, or color. So it all depends on your home decor colors that you have. But I use, you know, this beautiful greenery here. you know, the orchids there, and I've also corralled everything that I need on a tray. So this keeps this neat and organized, corralling all this stuff on a tray. I leave these on the counter. This is where I rest my spoons when I'm cooking these. So I actually use these to decorate as well. There's 2 of those, making a balanced situation. Also, like I said, I use these little canisters and, you know, of course, the little milk base there to corral all my cooking utensils, rolling pins and things that I use to cook. But it's still my style, you know. Teaspoons for when I'm, you know, measuring, you know, ingredients and spices that I want to add to the food. So I like I said, you guys, in other videos, home decor that actually serves a purpose in the kitchen. But the things, I feel like my rule of thumb is just only stuff on the countertop that you're going to utilize every single day that you absolutely need. Like if I start cooking a meal right now while I'm talking to you guys, I'm gonna need all of these utensils, like cutting boards and, you know, rolling pins, you know, depending on if I'm making bread or if I'm making, you know, I've made for you guys Jamaican patties and stuff like that on this channel before. I'm gonna need all of these utensils. Like even if I want to grill, make a burger, garnish, you know, bread, all of this stuff is gonna be needed. So that's what you're gonna have on your countertop as far as styling your countertop. Some people, they get into, you know, the signs and different stuff like that. I am more of a functional home decor person. It needs to look nice, but it also needs to serve a purpose if it's gonna be on this countertop, darling. So this is what I've done over here. All of this serves a purpose. I mean, even the little small plates like that, these are you know, teacup things that you could place a little small teacup on, just extras. And you know, this is my favorite because it's corralling my teacups in there, or my teaspoons and stuff in there, I mean. But it's a small teacup, but it's holding a teaspoon, so it serves a purpose. Let's get on to the next section, y'all. I think I explained that good enough. All right, you all. So this particular section of my countertop, again, we are getting into the home decor and functional. Okay, I know some people, they say, oh, don't decorate with food. You bugging. Okay, this is what I use with my glass canisters. I have 3 of them. One is brown sugar. I use brown sugar every day in something, whether it's tea, baking, cooking, you know, baked potatoes. You use brown sugar daily. I like brown sugar more than I like other sweeteners. Okay, so also is my Spanish rice, and then I have my white jasmine rice here. So all of these things here are what I use every day as far as like cooking essentials, because most of my meals, like I told you guys, have rice or something that I'm putting over rice. Okay, also right here, it's still functional. We have the basket where it's corralling things. Like I have my vessel, I have my greenery. And so right here, I've just chosen to pop out my chalk, because this is a chalkboard wall right here. So I've chosen to pop out this area. I didn't really want it to crowd because I still want you to be able to see the area over there, which is the living space. But I wanted it to be enough greenery and floral, just to be enough, right? So I also have functional things as far as the home decor, as far as like my candle here, candle accessories like the candle wick cutter here, and the snuffer to put out the candle for when, you know, you're cooking. Sometimes it may be like a maybe a smell that doesn't agree with everybody when you're cooking, and you want to just air it out a little bit. You put on your vent fan and put a little nice Febreze candle or Yankee candle, whatever candle you like, and it's still serving some type of purpose. So you're not just having a bunch of clutter and junk on your counter that's not serving you any purpose. And it's also corralled in a nice basket or tray, so it's not just scattered all over the counter. It's nice and neat. and compiled in its own little, you know, space. And again, cutting board, because I use cutting boards and things every day. I don't really want to, like, it's like basically a big coaster that I also use too, because I don't want things like, if I have a hot pan and I'm putting it on the counter, you don't want it messing up the countertops. Or a hot plate that you're getting from the microwave, you don't want it on the countertops messing up your countertops. So it's serving a purpose, you guys. So that is how you decorate your countertops, okay? How you style your countertops. You have to determine, you know, the subsections. You know, the first step, make sure your kitchen is clean. You know, then you compartmentalize subsection, you know, break it down, like what is this area for? What am I using this for? And then you determine, as far as like your home decor, you know, your personal style. I'm not here to tell anybody their personal style, but I am a person, I'm just giving y'all like inspo. So I'm a person that likes to have functional. Okay, so like I was saying, you guys, I'm not here to tell somebody like what their personal style is. You know what your personal style is. Like I was telling you all, I in particular decorate for functionality and style. So you're gonna see a lot of those dual elements throughout my home as we you know, move forward on the channel. I have so much in store for you guys. So let me show you the last place, the last subsection that I use as far as the kitchen. That's a place that is also functional, but it's still serving a decor purpose as well. So let's hit it. All right, you guys, so we are at this particular spot. It's probably going to be the last spot on the countertop for this particular video, but this section is decorating around the sink. Now, the faucet itself is a decoration, okay? I specifically picked this faucet because I like the way it looks. It has a cool design. I like the spirals and the architecture of it. It's just really popping out the color of my countertops, and it's a statement piece in itself. But it still serves function because it gives me water to wash my dishes, hands, all of that good stuff. Then again, same basket theme where my things are corralled here to wash the dishes. I have like my pan scrubber. It's in a nice little stone kind of pottery. It's not really pottery. It's pottery on the outside, but it's plasticky in the inside, so it's not going to damage the pottery or the stonework there. And then I have my little nice little piece of pottery for my dishes, my dish scrubber. And then it's a nice piece of pottery for the soap dispenser. So it's, you know, still my same theme because you see the black, the stonework, the mustard gold color, and then the grays that are throughout the rest of my home, as you can see like via the background, right? So this is how I've decided to decorate here. But in style here, it's still functional, but it serves a purpose, and it's bringing life to the white countertops, okay? Also, we have the functionality of my cutting board here, because sometimes like if I'm getting stuff out my dishwasher, it may still be hot from drying, and I might, you know, rest it here. Or if I'm air drying dishes, I might rest them here. You can also cut food here. So everything serves a purpose. I hope you all enjoyed my video of styling my countertops. If you like these sort of home decor tip videos, definitely make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video, and I hope you guys stay tuned for the rest of my home remodel and renovation videos, because we have so much to do in the works. I cannot wait to bring you all along for the ride for that. So definitely make sure you also check out my home decor playlist, because I have tons of home decor videos, tips, and tricks for you to style your home. And I will see you all soon on the next video. Thanks so much for watching.